talk about the key rewards pool, which is going to be one of the two pools that you engage with. In older videos, this pool was called the Founders Pool because our community was the founder of this project. And this is the community rewards pool. This is the rewards that you get directly off of your Treasure Key NFT. So the key rewards pool is the primary gameplay rewards pool and can only be accessed by those holding a Treasure Key NFT. This pool is fed by the treasure minting contract until it's not. So there's a set supply for the key rewards pool. When that supply is hit, there's no more rewards in this pool. This pool will cease to exist at that point. However, you'll still be able to upgrade your key so that you can upgrade your key levels. Treasure boxes are the key kind of opportunity to earn rewards in this pool. These will temporarily boost rewards when you're unlocked, and you do not earn treasure until you open your first treasure box. So maybe I will pull up the gameplay here so that you can just see what I'm talking about. This is what the key rewards pool looks like. This is where you're going to upgrade your key by clicking this upgrade and burning smarter. And then this is where you're going to unlock treasure boxes. So this is the outline so that you know what we're talking about. Treasure boxes provide a temporary boost in your rewards rate. So the more treasure boxes you open and the higher treasure tier that you open to, the more treasure that you're going to be earning. The treasure that you're earning is going to show up here as a treasure per month. This treasure per month is an estimation, and it's based on if you maintain the current treasure tier that you're at. Each of these treasure tiers has a countdown timer, and so you're going to have to keep logging in and keep opening treasure boxes to remain on that tier. And if you fall down, then the treasure per month that you're earning is also going to decrease. All right, so each treasure box is unlocked to reach a progressively higher rewards rate. Each rewards rate is on a countdown timer and will require burning of treasure to maintain or increase the rewards rate. So I click this unlock. It's going to tell me how much treasure I have to burn to unlock it. I burn that treasure. If I open this successfully, then I'm going to move to earning 15 treasure a month as long as I maintain that treasure tier. Let me take a drink of water real quick while we get into the next aspect. Okay. So I boost the amount of treasure that I earn by moving up the treasure tiers. So you'll see when I click this unlock button, I see I'm currently on treasure tier 0, and I'm attempting to get to treasure tier 1. Well, I can get up to treasure tier 7 if I just continue to open treasure boxes. And the higher I get from tier 1 to tier 7, the more rewards that I'm going to get. So higher key level means higher rewards. Higher tier means shorter time before having to unlock another treasure box. What does that mean? Well, we can see down here somewhere that when I'm on, actually, it's not listed there. So when I'm on one of these treasure tiers, a countdown timer starts. And on treasure tier 7, that countdown timer is going to be 7 days. Or I'm sorry, on treasure tier 1, that countdown timer is going to be 7 days. But on treasure tier 7, because the rewards are maximized in higher tiers, it's only 24 hours. So if I want to maintain on treasure tier 7, I have to log in every 24 hours and continue to open a treasure box successfully. Let's see. We already covered that all treasure tiers have a countdown timer. When a countdown timer reaches 0, that key drops down 1 treasure tier. And when a key on treasure tier 1 hits 0 on the countdown timer, the key is going to cease earning treasure. So right now I'm not earning any treasure because I haven't successfully opened a treasure box. So just know that you have to consistently log in. Let's say if I get to treasure tier 7, that means I have 28 days before I drop down to 0. But I need to log in at least once during that 28 days and reopen a treasure box. Otherwise, I'm going to stop earning treasure rewards. This is just a way to control inflation of supply. We don't want treasure tokens going to people who are no longer engaged with the project. So you can see this emission schedule chart shows you kind of how treasure rewards increase over time. So as your key level goes up, and as your treasure tier goes up, your treasure token yield per day goes up. So at treasure tier 15 and key level 15 and treasure tier 7, I'm earning 13.1 treasure per day. However, as I get into the larger levels and the higher key levels, that, infinitely goes up. Maximize that out over multiple keys, and you can start to earn quite a bit of treasure. All right. So rewards are primarily based on your key level and your treasure tier. The goal is to move down, which is upgrading your key level, and to the right, which is increase your treasure tier. So I want to move down by increasing my key level, and to the right by upgrading my treasure chest tier. Now, the more VE treasure I have means that I have more governance power, better rewards, and a better success rate when unlocking treasure boxes for boosted rewards. What does that mean? Well, when I go to the bonus rewards, if I stake my treasure, I'm going to start earning something called VE treasure. VE treasure is a non-tradable, non-saleable token. And the longer that I have my treasure staked, the higher that my probability rate is going to go. So right now you can see I have a 100% chance of opening the first treasure box. So if I click here, I see that my probability of opening is 100. As I get into higher key levels and higher treasure tiers, that probability rate is going to go down. And we can see down here what that looks like. So on treasure tier 1, the odds of opening are 100%. On treasure tier 2, the odds are opening are 75%, then 62, then 50, then 37, then 25. I can max out the probability that I open this treasure box successfully by staking treasure over time. Basically, once I get my VE probability by staking treasure for something like 208 days, as long as I don't unstake my treasure, I will have a probability of 90% regardless of treasure tier. This is really where you can start to maximize your treasure rewards. Alpha, alpha, alpha. What else do we got here? So your gameplay dashboard, which is the key rewards here and the bonus pool here. This is where you control and see all the metrics that are required for you to learn how to maximize rewards in the ecosystem. You burn smarter to upgrade your key level. This is the formula for that. Basically, we currently have our key levels modeled to 150. In the future, we may go to infinite key levels. It'll probably go to a community vote, but you burn smarter. As you burn smarter, it takes you to your next key level. As you burn smarter, you go to the next key level. As you burn smarter, you go to the next key level. This says tier. I need to change this graphic to read level. Somewhat confusing because the treasure tiers are treasure tiers and the keys are key levels. You must open your first treasure box to begin earning treasure from the key rewards pool. So when you get in here, you're going to activate your key. Mine are already activated, but there'll be an activate button here. You can also max upgrade or max activate your keys if they need to be activated. And then you're going to be like, why am I not earning any treasure? Well, you have to open a treasure box first in order to start earning treasure tokens. That's going to require that you have at least one treasure token. You can earn that for free from our Zeely campaign missions, but also every key now comes with 15 treasure tokens. So you're going to be able to dive right in. You will burn treasure to make an attempt at opening a treasure box. Treasure tier 1 is always going to open. It has 100% open probability. And the key rewards are paid out on a per key basis. So I can click on any of my keys, and down here, I'm going to see the key rewards for that specific key. We can see that the key is numbered here. If I want to see my total key rewards, I look at this one, or I can see up here, on average, based on my current treasure tier, how much am I earning per month? A wallet can hold an unlimited number of treasure keys, and there are incentives for holding multiple keys in the bonus pool, as we'll see in a bit. Each key earns treasure rewards, assuming proper gameplay. So there are 225,522,750 treasure that are allocated to the key rewards pool. If you click up here, you can see how many of those have already been issued. Once this hits 0, there's no more rewards, and you have to claim your rewards before we hit 0. Otherwise, you don't get them. So if you haven't claimed them, they actually aren't your rewards. So highly recommend you logging in and claiming on a regular basis. The same with the bonus pool. These are the supply limits for the key rewards pool and the bonus pool. Once these hit 0, the key rewards pool will end and the bonus pool will move into the e-commerce rewards loop. All right. Whenever this supply cap is reached, the key rewards pool emissions will stop. However, the game will continue via the bonus rewards pool. There is no time limit on how long the treasure box game will last. It will take as long as it takes. It's going to depend on gameplay. We expect that the key rewards pool will last 12 to 48 months, depending on gameplay, and each treasure key holder will activate their key and attempt to open treasure boxes. Treasure boxes have 7 treasure tiers. Each successful opening moves you up 1 treasure tier. One player's actions do not impact any other player's outcome when opening treasure boxes. The success or failure of each treasure box open attempt will depend on the effectiveness of each treasure key and basically your probability, which is determined by Chainlink VRF. So your key level, your treasure tier, and your VE probability determine that probability rate. The effectiveness is determined by a base probability and by your VE probability, which you can see in this chart and this chart. We've already gone through that a little bit. Your total probability is your base probability plus your VE probability up to a maximum of 90%. You will always be able to open treasure tier 1 with a 100% success rate. So treasure box 1 is always going to open successfully. The other ones use Chainlink VRF's random number generator to determine if your box is going to open, and it may not always open. At every key level, there are treasure boxes that are designed to be rewarding for the player. So what does that mean? Well, if I click this, I see my probability is 100. That's EV positive. If this number is below 50%, that's not EV positive anymore. So you're going to have to decide, do you open a box that's less than 50%? Alpha, I'm giving you true gameplay guide here. Some players may choose to take more risks by opening higher boxes before their probability suggests they should. Why would you do that? I'll tell you why in a second. Don't succumb to your inner degen, rise above it. So why would you want to do that? Well, the odds of earning or winning some of our physical prizes. So remember, we're going to have things like Xboxes, TRESR wallets, etc. Those are going to be hidden in the higher tiers, and the odds of winning them are greater if you're on a higher tier and opening boxes on a higher tier. So you have to decide, okay, it's not EV positive to open this for treasure rewards, but it might be EV positive because it gives me a higher percentage chance that I could earn one of these physical prizes. You have to decide what makes sense for you. Keep your eyes on your VE treasure balance. As your VE probability level rises, it becomes easier and more rewarding to open treasure boxes. You can always find the probability of opening the next box right here in the key rewards pool. This number is going to go up based on how long you've been staking treasure here. All right. Treasure boxes only pay out treasure tokens as a token reward, but in the future, we may add additional tokens like NFTs, community chest cards, and hidden prizes inside treasure boxes at higher treasure tier levels. We will, of course, publicize those events when they occur, and in this white paper, there'll probably be a section called Prize Pool or Prize Parlor that shows you what the current prizes hidden inside treasure boxes are. Your base probability cannot be changed, but your VE probability grows when you single-side stake treasure for VE treasure tokens. So that's what I was talking about. When you stake your treasure here, your VE probability goes up the longer that treasure is staked. When you've staked it for 208 days, you're going to be maxing out your VE probability, which means that all of your treasure boxes are going to be at 90%. Players can earn more treasure rewards at higher treasure tiers and with higher key levels. Each treasure tier has a countdown timer. You must open another treasure box successfully before this timer hits 0. Why? Because we want to incentivize people coming back to the platform. The more people are engaging with NFTREASURE, the more we're on their mind, the more they're going to be talking about us in Twitter Spaces, in the Discords that they're in, the more business comes to the e-commerce store. It is a brand advocacy loop. If the countdown hits 0 before you successfully open a treasure box, you're going to fall back a treasure tier. You see what treasure tier you're on here, and each key level has its own treasure tier. So you can be up-leveling all of these keys independently. I'm on 0 now. If I was on 7, there would be a countdown timer. When it hits 0, it would drop me down to 6, then 5, then 4, then 3. If you fall all the way back down to a 0 count below treasure tier 1, that key will stop earning treasure. Again, we don't want to pay treasure to people that aren't engaging with the platform. You must open a treasure box to begin earning treasure again from the key rewards pool. There is a specific allocation of treasure dedicated to the key rewards pool. You can find that here. Click the money bags, key rewards pool. This is how many rewards are left in the key rewards pool. Make sure you claim your key rewards before this goes to 0, or you will not get those rewards. All right. There is a specific allocation of treasure. That's what I just showed you in the key rewards pool. This means the key rewards pool has its own supply cap. Gameplay will continue until gross emissions reach that level. You earn treasure from the key rewards pool based on 3 factors: your key level, your treasure tier, and your VE treasure balance. This is indirectly via your VE probability of opening a treasure box. Because remember, the easier it is for you to open these treasure boxes, the more EV positive it is to live at these higher tiers. So what's the long-term play here, Degens? That means that you want to stake your treasure for 208 days without unstaking to max out your VE treasure. Why? Because it's going to make every single treasure box EV positive. It's going to be a 90% chance that these boxes are going to open successfully, which means that you can hang out in the higher tiers more often, which means you're going to be earning more treasure per month, which means that you have a better chance of winning sponsored prizes. All right, when you burn smarter via the gameplay dashboard, you're able to increase your key level. How do you do that? You just click this upgrade button. It tells you how much smarter to burn. You click upgrade and you burn that smarter. The goal, let's burn smarter off the face of this planet, please. Okay, upgrading your key level. This just gives you the formula for how we calculate what the burn rate is at each key level. The higher your key level, the more smarter it's going to cost you to get to the next level. There is a cooldown timer on the key level. That cooldown timer is your current key level plus 6 hours. So key level 10, in order, the cooldown period is 10 plus 6. So it's 16 hours before I can up level to key level 11. Again, this is just to extend gameplay and continue to get early adopters to log into the website to be those brand advocates. That's why you're getting these rewards. All right. Each key level has its own artwork to designate what level you're at in the game. Let's go and look at some of it. So we can see I'm on key level 3 here. This is the art. Key level 4 is this. Every time you upgrade a new key level, there's going to be new art. There's a time delay countdown, as I said, between key level upgrade. This extends the gameplay for a longer period of time. It creates an incentive to log into the platform regularly. Upgrading a key is permanent. Your key level is indicated and transferred when a treasure key is sold. What does that mean? If I'm at key level 4, I decide that I want to sell this key, or let's say I'm at key level 150, because one of the strategies is to level up a bunch of keys to 150, because what are people that don't want the DeFi don't want to log into the DeFi game going to want to do? Well, if they want those 40% merch commissions, they're going to want to just buy a leveled up key off the secondary market. What will the secondary value of those keys leveled up to 150 be? We don't know. But if we continue to find brand partnerships, these brand partners are obviously going to want to max out their rewards. So they're going to want to get a key that's already leveled up. And so this is one of the strategies that people are discussing in Discord is how many keys am I going to have that I'm going to level up to 150 so that I can sell those to brand partners in the future. Treasure boxes. Opening treasure boxes is how you earn treasure tokens in the key rewards pool. What does it look like? You burn treasure tokens to unlock treasure chests. If we use Chainlink VRF to determine if it's going to open, if you fail to open it, then you remain at the current level. If you unlock it, then you get rewards, chance at a prize, and you move up a treasure tier. So continue that for 7 levels. That's how it works. You burn treasure to open treasure boxes. To open a treasure box, you have to burn treasure. Maybe I'll come in and edit this because it's a little redundant, but let's drill it into your head, Degen. Based on the above probability formulas, your treasure box may or may not open. That's important to know. Some treasure boxes are not going to open successfully. You need to make sure that you're looking at your probability rate here and deciding, is it EV positive? That means, is there a positive expected value over time? Anything under 50%, it gets a little dicey because that's EV negative. But again, there's maybe a higher chance of winning the physical prizes in the higher levels. So you're going to have to decide, what kind of a degen are you? Treasure boxes have a probability of opening. Remember, this is a math game that is based on each wallet's VE treasure ratio and balance. The longer that you have staked treasure here, it's not based on your probability is not based on how much treasure you've staked. It's based on how long have you staked it. Single-sided staking of treasure earns VE treasure at a rate of 0.02 VE treasure per hour per treasure staked. In the bonus pool, you can see how that's getting paid out here. You can always click one of these refresh buttons if it's not refreshing fast enough for you. For the most part, those dashboards update in real time. There are 7 treasure tiers available to treasure keys, each with an associated countdown timer. Each ascending treasure tier has different treasure reward associated with it. In addition to ascending rewards, treasure boxes also have ascending burn rates or cost to open. There's already several community calculators in Discord in the links section, and I'm sure more will be built to help you figure out what your optimal gameplay is. Let's see. We can use the NFTREASURE Discord server to discuss gameplay strategy and brainstorm ideas. Remember, the Treasure Box game is designed to get you to start thinking like a successful crypto project lead. This is all about you educating yourself for the strategies that are available, not just in NFTREASURE, but in any decentralized finance system. If this is your first project coming off of a centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase, this is going to be a really good opportunity for you to learn what it truly means to operate in Web3, owning your own keys, moving your tokens around, you using a custodian wallet. These are the things that are going to make you successful in other DeFi platforms. While you can have a certain level of success by guessing or randomly opening treasure boxes, those rewards obviously are going to be weighted in luck. That's not the best way to be successful in crypto. We want to understand the math. We want to understand the probabilities. By learning the underlying math, you'll start to think like a crypto project lead. You will ultimately recognize when it is or is not the most optimal time to open a treasure box. I'm basically telling you so you don't even have to think about it. But if this number is under 50%, it is EV negative. So that means that over time, you will likely lose more than you win. But this is the degenerate part. You have a higher probability of winning prizes in higher treasure tiers. So is it worth making an EV negative play in order to have a higher probability of winning those physical prizes? Only you can decide, Degen. All right, where did I end up? If math is hard for you, we've got a very welcoming community in Discord. If you've been in the Discord, you already know that. To add an additional layer of complexity, sometimes we call that fun, because as you learn the math, it is fun. Some treasure boxes may not be profitable to open at certain points in the game. That's because you must burn treasure to attempt to open a treasure box. So if you've got an EV negative, less than 50% probability of opening here, remember, you're having to burn treasure to open these. So if you're not going to, over time, open more boxes than you don't open, that means you're going to be spending more and more treasure to open these boxes. Just something to think about. It may not always be profitable to open a treasure box. That's part of the game. That's by design. Keep that in mind. This is why your VE probability is important. What is your VE probability? Remember, it's how long have you been staking treasure without unstaking. It determines the probability rate of successfully opening a treasure box. The more VE treasure you earn and the longer you have treasure staked, the more likely it is that you will consistently open treasure boxes successfully on the first try. Treasure box rewards are based on your key level, your treasure tier, and your VE treasure level. But the VE treasure level is not your balance. It's indirectly related to your probability based on how long you've been staking treasure. When you successfully open a treasure box, the rate at which you receive treasure increases. Hint, some treasure boxes at later stages of the game will have NFTs, additional treasure rewards, or any number of other prizes hidden within them. When these mystery prizes are available, we will publicize this window of time. These prizes could turn an otherwise unprofitable treasure box attempt into a profitable one. I will likely, when we have these prizes available, put a prize pool button right here in the white paper so you can see what they are and how long the prize season is going to last. All right. In the next, actually, let me keep going through the formulas since it's related to the key rewards pool. I've already kind of covered them, so I'm not going to go through the math of this. But if you want to know what is the math, it's all right here. Is there anything that might be tricky? Rewards period is rewards per day. And yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you have questions about this, just ask in the Discord. What does this one say? Okay, so how much treasure can I earn in the key rewards pool? Well, to figure out how much treasure token you're earning each day, you use this formula: key level times treasure tier times 0.125. Again, the bonus pool and the key rewards pool already have this total rewards thing that's going to guesstimate kind of what you're earning per month. You can go to see what your total rewards are here. You can see estimated daily bonus rewards, estimated monthly bonus rewards. So to some extent, we've done the math for you. But if you want to build your own dashboard or calculate it for yourself, this is the formula. Let's see. Here's a look at how this formula plays out based on key level and treasure tier. So we already looked at this a little bit, but at key level 100 and treasure tier 7, you're going to be earning 87.5 treasure a day. Each treasure tier has a time limit, which you can find below. You must successfully open another treasure box before the timer runs out, or it will drop you one treasure tier. Okay, so this is important. What does this mean? When I'm in the key rewards pool and I unlock a treasure box, if I'm on treasure tier 1, I will earn the rewards from treasure tier 1 for 7 days before I have to open a treasure box again. If I don't open one successfully within those 7 days, I stop earning treasure rewards because I'm going to drop down to treasure tier 0, and there's no rewards paid out at treasure tier 0. Treasure tier 2, I'm going to stay on there for 6 days. Then I drop back down to 1. Then I'll be on 1 for 7 days. So that means there's 13 days from treasure tier 2 before I have to log in and open a successful box again. If I don't log in within those 13 days, I don't earn any treasure. Treasure tier 3 has a 5-day countdown. Then if I don't open another box on treasure tier 3, I drop down to 2 and then 1. So what is that? That is 26 days, right? 7, 14, 18 days. Am I doing math right? I'm getting tired of after reading all of the white paper thing here, so my brain is starting to get fried. But you get what I'm saying. You add up the total number of days. I believe the total here is 28 if you're on treasure tier 7. So 3 is 5 days until you have to open to stay on 3. Tier 4 is 4 days. Tier 5 is 3 days. Tier 6 is 2 days. Tier 7 is 1 day. From tier 7, I could basically for 28 days not log in and I would still be earning treasure rewards, although the rate would be decreasing as I drop down in the tiers. But as long as I log in once in those 28 days and successfully open a treasure box, the treasure tap is going to stay on. So dive in here, make sure I did my math right. Come and scold me in Discord if I didn't. This is a lot of going through the white paper, but I'm happy to do it because it's, one, making me understand better the gameplay that I'm going to take as a community member through the NFTREASURE game. And 2, hopefully it's unpacking it in a way where you're like, I see the path I'm going to take now. Let us know in the Discord.